there and welcome to my channel. My name is Britt and this is Coffee and Makeup. Today I am making a video for my gentleman hair growers out there. I know you're out there, and I'm making a video specifically for you guys about growing your hair out longer. The idea for this video kind of came about because I was getting some comments, one in particular on my other hair growth videos, where guys were just exasperated and frustrated with the information that I was giving because it was so, I think, new to them. Excuse my AC, I hope it doesn't get too loud, but anyway, the information was just very foreign and I was getting comments where people were frustrated. And so even though hair is the same, male or female, genetically it's exactly the same, I'm making this video to cater to people who are starting from a different starting point than a lot of females who are growing out their hair. And so this is basically for people who have been using Pert 2-in-1 shampoo since they were like 14 and they're starting out with very short hair. This is for you guys. So the first thing that I want to say is just embrace your starting point, embrace your square one, and recognize that there's a lot of benefits to starting from a very short haircut. Now I know it can be painful in the awkward stages of growing out your hair because I too had a men's haircut. For some reason I thought it would be a good idea and very fashionable to get my hair cut short. I mean, my longest hair was like this long at a certain point and I had to go through all of those awkward stages as well. And it doesn't feel good and there's nothing you can really do with your hair, but the benefit is that your hair is healthy. It's just coming right out of your head. I assume many of you have not dyed your hair, many of you have not used heat styling tools or hair dryers, and that is amazing. And you should see and hear the stories that I hear from women who are growing out their hair and they've already bleached it, they've already dyed it, they've fried it, they've been blow drying it, and they've been straightening it every day of their lives, and it's just like, oh, like they have really damaged it, and that is not going to go away. Like, the damage never goes away. So the fact that your square one is perfectly healthy, pristine hair is awesome, and you should really enjoy that, take advantage of it. And because of that, you guys don't have to do as much maintenance as someone that has bleached and dyed hair. I recommend for a lot of my female viewers to have weekly oil treatments with just normal oils that you can find around the house. These are some of the most moisturizing products for the hair. Olive oil and coconut oil are two great ones that I use very often. And basically I'll just tell people to slather this on their hair, cover every strand, leave it for a half hour to however long you can leave it. So if you can leave it all day, that's great. Then wash it out with shampoo and follow with a conditioner. And for people who have dyed hair or fried hair, they need to do this so often because bleaching and using heat on your hair damages the cuticle, the outer shell that protects your hair. And when it's damaged, moisture leaves a lot more quickly. So these people need to be constantly reinvigorating their hair with moisture using oils. But if you have really natural, unbleached, and you don't use heat tools on your hair, then your cuticle is strong. It's keeping moisture inside, and so you don't have to do these hot oil treatments as often. So for someone who is starting with really short hair and it's not very damaged, I suggest doing a hot oil treatment for maybe once or twice a month, or whenever you feel like your hair is getting dry. So you're gonna have to kind of experiment and see, when can I feel that my hair isn't as moisturized? Secondly, when it comes to your daily wash, this is actually less important than moisturizing your hair. So stay on top of those oil treatments. When it comes to daily washing, I recommend using a shampoo and a conditioner. And really, a lot of these are created equal. Shampoos and conditioners are similar regardless of the brand that you buy. So if you get a shampoo, it's going to have sulfates in them. Generally, I think sulfates are okay. They're just soap, and that's what we're doing. We're washing the oils out of our hair. So some people take issue with sulfate, I don't. So any shampoo, you can experiment to see which one you like, scent or whatever. Pantene has a very nice gender neutral smell. So I know a lot of men's products don't have separate shampoos and conditioners, so Pantene is a good option if you don't want to smell like flowers all day. And then conditioners generally all just contain silicones, and what silicones do, whereas oil actually penetrates your hair and gets that moisture inside of your hair shaft. Silicones coat the hair shaft and give it the appearance of being more moisturized because it's shiny, and they also lock moisture in. So whenever you're in the shower and you use a silicone conditioner, it seals in the moisture from the water that's gotten into your hair, and that's why I suggest following any hot oil treatments with a wash and then a silicone conditioner, because that'll extend the amount of time that your hair stays moisturized. So as often as needed, shampoo and conditioner. A lot of times I think guys can get away with shampooing less frequently. I've seen at my place of work that, I mean, if I came in with oily hair, God, I mean, I'm sure someone would say something about it, but I've seen some guys who it looks like they maybe just use the water method where they only wash with water and their hair looks pretty oily, but guys can kind of get away with it. So definitely take advantage of that and wash less frequently if you can. Another thing is products, and I think that with women's products and beauty and hair care products that are marketed primarily towards women, advertisers feel like they can just flat out lie. I don't know why. I personally find it very annoying, but this is something that you're gonna have to adapt to, especially if you're using a lot of hair care products. They're just generally marketed towards women, and advertisers do not have any problem with just flat out lying. So for instance, say you go to the drugstore and you see this product. It's called Garnier Fructis Marvelous Oil, and you're thinking, hey, Britt said I should do hot oil treatments, and so this is an oil that's made specifically for the hair, right? But it turns out, if you flip over this bottle, that this is not really an oil at all. It's composed mostly of silicones, and the oils that are listed in the ingredient label are listed after the fragrance. So that just gives you an idea of how little oil makes up this concoction. So you're gonna have to get used to disregarding the front of the bottle and looking at the back of the bottle and reading the ingredients, because literally everything else in these products is garbage. All of this is garbage. It's hardly ever true, and it's usually just like pseudoscience or just like this cleverly disguising the product to make it look like something that it's not. So you're gonna become familiar with some ingredients, the things that you should look for. Anything that ends in cone is a silicone, which does what I said earlier. It coats the hair, it keeps moisture in, and gives it the appearance of being silky and moisturized. Sulfates, like I said, are just soaps, but the only thing you can trust is right here, this ingredient label. Also, YouTube can be a huge resource for you, and there are some amazing guys on here. There's just a huge community in general, and a very supportive community for guys who are growing out their hair, and I'm kind of jealous because there's just so much goodwill and like encouragement happening on these videos. Like, people will comment like, bro, your hair's getting so long, man, like, looks great, keep up the good work. And I just wish women would be like this, like the women's long hair growth community on YouTube, but for whatever reason there's this huge sense of camaraderie and just positivity. So definitely participate in that if you can. I have a few favorite male hair growth journeyers here on YouTube. One of them is my friend Pape. He's amazing. His hair is as long as mine is, and he is just so good at using oils and a lot of natural products. So if that's something that you're interested in, I definitely suggest checking out his channel. I will link it below. He is just the pinnacle of like hair health because of all of the oils that he uses all the time. Like, I wish I could be at that level. And then also there's one guy who I found really funny, and I forget what his name is, but I'll link his channel below as well. He just has the most hilarious way of saying everything, and so it's really pleasant to watch his hair growth journey. So that's basically my bare bones advice, hopefully as uncomplicated as possible, but if you want anything clarified, just comment below, or if you have any further questions, let me know if you liked the video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.